I look at the planet Jupiter and I sometimes describe it as like your grandfather or your favorite uncle, primarily your favorite uncle, that comes around during holiday times or comes around during your birthday, and everybody's always happy to see them. They have great energy and they give out the best gifts. So they just bring that kind of energy. So why I always equate it to like your granddaddy energy or your favorite uncle. I think the favorite uncle is more of a better description of how Jupiter works. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. So Jupiter is currently in the sign of Taurus. All right. It got there this past May, so a few months ago. And Jupiter occupies a sign for a year. And what it does is when it goes into a sign, it amplifies the qualities of that sign. So with Jupiter being in Taurus and Taurus being the sign that rules the second house of money, this is a theme primarily for everyone to use this energy to grow your wealth, grow your money, grow your resources, grow your material possessions. So everything that is related to the growth and expansion of money and resources is a focal point up until next May 2024. So when I did this video a few months ago, based on Jupiter being in Taurus, there were certain signs that I felt like were going to benefit a little bit more than others. Now, everyone can benefit from this energy, but I felt like there were certain signs that this would be a focus for them. So really quickly, I'm going to run through those because we want to really get to what is coming up for next May in 2024. When Jupiter leaves Taurus and goes to Gemini, there's going to be another set of signs that will be benefiting from Jupiter's impact. So for Jupiter in Taurus, you still have until May 2024 to take advantage of Jupiter's energy. Now, remember I told you that Venus is the smaller benefic planet, and Venus is an attraction energy. So Venus typically doesn't really even want you to work for anything. These are the things that are naturally gravitated towards you or you naturally manifest. Jupiter's a little bit different. It is a benefic blessing planet, but it does require you to do some work. It does require you to energetically get involved with bringing these benefits into your life. So it does require some effort on your part. However, I love Jupiter because Jupiter sets up the opportunity in a really big way. It's going to be there to help you, but it's like, I'm going to set up the opportunity. You have to come in and do the work. All right. You can listen for your sun sign. It will be just as beneficial. So listen for your sun sign until you can get the information for your rising sign. Of course, the video, so I got some Sagittarius risings, Libra risings. On my Instagram, I got a Cancer rising on my Facebook. Now, this video will stay up on whatever social media platform you are viewing it right now. So if you at a later time come back, my sister's a Scorpio rising, come back and you get your information and you can come back and look at it. Now, of course, the edited version will be on my YouTube channel that I'm going to keep pushing, that I need y'all to support me in. So the edited version will be on the YouTube channel if you want to just kind of like cut out all the talking that we're doing now. All right. So does anyone have any questions so far? To May 2024 to May 2025. And it's going to be another set of signs that are now going to be in position to benefit from Jupiter, moving into the sign of Gemini and activating their money houses or their love houses. So let's talk about what's coming up this next May 2024. Jupiter will be leaving the sign of Taurus, and it's going to be moving over into the sign of Gemini for 1 full year. So I want you to write these dates down. May 25th, 2024 to June the 9th, 2025. Jupiter will be in the sign of Gemini. Now, one of the things that will happen is if you are a Gemini placement, so this goes for my Gemini suns, Gemini moons, and especially Gemini risings. This is going to be a really, really beneficial year for you. Because Jupiter, again, the planet of growth, expansion, and abundance, is going to be in your sign, this is just going to garner a lot of blessings coming your way and a lot of opportunities coming your way. So we all love when Jupiter goes into our sign, because it's just basically saying that whatever, because Jupiter is a planet of manifestation, so you guys need to be manifesting. But whoever is hosting the planet seems to get a little bit more blessing from everyone else. The dates are June 25th, 2024 until June the 9th, 2025. So it'll be in the sign of Gemini. So straight out the gate, my Gemini placements are going to be just like I described, Big Daddy Jupiter, your favorite uncle. You're going to be the favorite niece or the favorite nephew of Jupiter, basically. All right. However, there are going to be some other standouts that are going to be receiving a little extra added attention from Jupiter, and that's who we're going to go over tonight. We're going to talk about who those new planets, new signs are, and how they're going to benefit, and what you will probably need to do in order to get the benefit of Jupiter for that full year. So does everyone know the dates? Be clear on the dates. What Jupiter in Gemini looks like. So Jupiter in Gemini. So we know what Jupiter represents: expansion, growth, and opportunity. Now, side note with Jupiter, whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. And for the most part, we love to see Jupiter coming, but Jupiter will blow up something good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't know the difference. It does not care. So if you have a situation going on in your life that is problematic, when Jupiter gets in touch with that, it can expand it and make it bigger, okay? But when it goes into the sign of Gemini, it is there to expand our communication. So in general and across the board, this is going to be a year that really fosters our communication, how we communicate, what we communicate. Educational pursuits will be a big deal across the board. So people will want to start educating themselves. You will find people wanting to go back to school because it's beneficial. You'll want to learn new things. You will also see a increase in how people communicate, particularly with social media, because Gemini rules the third house of communication. So in this particular house, we look at educational pursuits, we look at media projects. You'll probably find a lot of people deciding that they want to start writing a book, maybe publishing a book. People will start to do more business on the World Wide Web, because media and things of that nature on the web there. So you'll see an expansion around that. Travel will increase. And when we look at travel in the third house, it's more like short distance travel. The ninth house opposite is more long distance, but the third house is short distance. So this looks like a lot of people are doing a lot of road trips, or either traveling in their region or their area, but an increase in that. You will also see, again, we talked about educational pursuits of people returning to school. And when we talk about school in this particular area, we're talking about probably more vocational type education. So you'll probably see a lot of people doing a lot of short spans of educational pursuits. So certifications, accreditations, vocations. You'll probably see people taking a lot of classes that increase their marketability. That may become a big thing, and especially if you're doing it online. So we may see an increase in people doing educational pursuits online. Okay. Another thing is you will probably see an increase in people making time for extended family, because in the third house, this rules our sibling relationship and our extended family. So a lot of people will be maybe spending more time with their siblings and a lot more interactions with their extended family with regards to this Jupiter energy in Gemini. But a lot of exchange of information, people getting their message out. This will be an excellent time for business owners. Business owners to get their businesses out there. Okay, let me give you a prime example of how this is already starting to work. Because I tell you all the time, some of these energies can start, you know, as far as 4, 5, 6 months in advance. A big representation of an example of what you're seeing is, I don't know if everybody knows that guy Keith Lee that goes around and critiques the restaurants in the city. Currently, he's in my city in Houston. But by him coming, eating at your restaurant, and then getting on his public platform, his TikTok, and making TikToks and reviewing your business, this has had a lot of these restaurants blow up, like within less than a 24-hour period. So that is a prime example of businesses taking advantage of the internet, taking advantage of their business being put out there on the internet. That is a great example of that. So you'll probably see a lot of that, businesses growing like that, taking to social media to push their business. This is a great time for you to be doing that. Came here to go to Georgia, messed us up. But you remember when now somebody made the comment that he went to Georgia and it didn't go well in Georgia. But I just told y'all, Jupiter will expand a situation whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So here's the deal. Georgia needed to be blown up for it to correct the problem. That's the way I look at when Jupiter blows up a situation and it's in a negative. It's there to blow it up so it can be corrected. I'll put it that way. But that is an example of using the Jupiter in Gemini if you are a business owner to market your business very, very heavily during that time. They be wilding with their prices and rules. Not anymore. Okay. So, with that being said, and now when we talk about these signs and money and love, Jupiter also will bring you a multitude of opportunities, because you have to remember Gemini is a dual sign, and Gemini typically wants to have its hand in multiple things. So this may put you in the position of having multiple love interests, multiple opportunities for love, multiple streams of income, multiple jobs. So we have to look at everything with regards to it being multiplying for you. All right. Does anyone have any questions? So I hope I gave a good enough description of Jupiter in Gemini. Any questions? If not, send me a thumbs up or a heart so we can keep it moving, because I'm not going to have y'all on here long. Actually, I'm going to have y'all in the next 30 minutes. We're going to be done. All right, so I got some hearts on Instagram, so we're going to move forward. So it looks like the vote is we're going to start with money as usual. All right, so hopefully you hear your rising sign on here. Please remember that I am not saying that you are going to be broke and loveless if you don't hear your sign on here. I'm just saying that these particular signs have a little bit more of added advantage to them as we move into 2024. So out of the gate, money. Now, this is a great, I love this for this particular sign, because this is actually going to carry over for another year for them. So they're going to actually have about 2 years of beautiful opportunities for them. And that's actually Taurus rising. So if you are Taurus rising, you will continue already what you have now, this Jupiter in Taurus, but when it moves to Jupiter in Gemini, you are still going to have the opportunity to make money. Now, the area that's going to be blown up for you is the second house. And the second house is how we earn our money. The second house includes our investments. The second house includes our long-term, our material possessions. And it also is the house that governs our relationship with money. So if you're a Taurus rising, this is some of the things that could play out for you. You could be getting a new job or the opportunity to get a new job. Now, keep in mind, it is Gemini energy, so you may have multiple opportunities for a new job. So you could be getting a new job that pays better. You could be getting a second job that increases your income into your household, which is going to be very important, because this particular energy around Taurus risings, you're going to have to work for your money. This is not money that's just going to drop in your lap. You do have to work for it. However, you will have the support from Jupiter to give you the drive to want to get your finances under control, to get more money in your bank account, more money in your savings. You'll probably have a lot of money-making opportunities come your way during this cycle. This will also be a great time for you to increase your contributions to your long-term investments. So some of you Taurus risings could be thinking about getting into the stock market, investing in stocks and bonds. Maybe you are increasing your contributions to your 401ks, your IRAs. Some of you could be purchasing things, because this is also the area that governs material possessions. So we're talking about investment type purchases. So maybe you're investing in purchasing a plot of land, purchasing a building, purchasing something that holds its value and is going to be worth something for the long haul. Because when I look at the second house and I look at it being part of your investments, we're not talking about like just right now. We're talking about for the long haul, down the line. We're talking about retirement. So this is going to be a great time for you to grow your portfolio, grow your investments, make more money, just increase your savings account and things of that nature. Now, we also talk about Jupiter. We sometimes miss that Jupiter is the number one, the guru planet, and it also represents healing. So some of you could be coming into contact with a mentor. Some of you could be employing a a financial advisor that will help you with regards to your investments and whether or not you are investing your money right for the long haul. So we could be doing that. But this could also help you with healing your relationship around money, because the second house is also the house that governs our self-worth. And what we have to understand is we have a relationship with money, and a lot of times people don't realize that. But one of the most intimate relationships you will have in your life is the relationship you have with money. This will be a time that if you have an unhealthy relationship with money, Jupiter is there to help heal that, to help you address that. Now, remember I told you, if there's an issue, it can blow it up. So I always try to use myself as an example. My second house in my birth chart is lit up. I have a stellium stellium there, which means I have more than 3 planets that are in my second house. So anytime you have that is an indicator of a certain area of your life being of very importance to you. So my second house of money is lit up. So money is always has been and always will be an area that is very, very important, and an area that I can get in trouble with. So the relationship I had for years with money was not the healthiest relationship, particularly around how I would allow money to rule my emotions. Like when I didn't have money, it was not a good look. And I know nobody's happy when they're broke, but mine was just like on a totally different level. Like, goddamn me, I'm about to jump off a bridge. So I had to, over the years, learn how to have a more healthy relationship with money and how I dealt with money and the ebbs and flow of money. This cycle for you, Taurus rising, can help you heal any negativity that you have within a relationship with money, okay? So why is that little thing coming up there? What is that? So that's how we're going to be looking at it for Taurus rising. If you are a Leo rising, you're another one that's going to be on the list. Now, this is going to look a little bit different for you because your 11th house is going to be lit up. Now, primarily the 11th house is about our friends, our groups and organizations that we make ourselves a part of. It's a part of the global scope of things, not just our little parcel of the world, but more on a collective level. It's also the area that governs unexpected blessings, unexpected money, unexpected events, and salary increases are here, and our long-term goals are here. So for a Leo rising, how this could play out for you is you could be on the receiving end of unexpected money during this cycle, unexpected resources, and unexpected opportunities to make money. Some of my Leo risings will be receiving a salary increase, or you will start to go into talks of a salary increase. Or this would be a great time for you to ask for a raise. That could be supported here too. Now, I put a post up the other day for my Leo risings, because this is in the 11th house, and again, this is actually the house of major, we consider the social media house and your reach in the world. Some of my Leo risings, depending on what you do on social media, you can actually go viral during this cycle. So I would, and that's for anybody, but particularly for my Leo risings, I would suggest to you that you be very, very careful of the things that you put on social media, because they actually could go viral. Now, this could be a good thing if you are a content creator, if you're someone that's trying to put yourself out there and do business on the internet, do business on the World Wide Web. You want to get into entertainment, which subsequently generates money for you online. This is a cycle that actually you can make one post, one comment, and somebody can see it and it be reposted a million times or a million times over. So Leo rising could be going viral during this cycle, blown up where everybody sees it. So this is where you want to be really, really mindful of what you're putting on social media. But this could be, again, the receiving end of unexpected money, unexpected resources, a salary increase could come your way, and you going viral in some way that subsequently generates you money from going viral in this cycle. So I'm excited for that, for my Leo risings. The next one is going to be Virgo rising. Now, Virgo rising is also going to be different because your 10th house will be lit up with Jupiter, your career house. Now, this may not necessarily bring a lot of money, though it could bring a salary increase. I think it's going to be more of your reputation and your career takes off. So this could look like a promotion. This could look like a new job with a better salary. This could look like negotiating a better salary, especially those of you that are going into a new career or a new job. I want you to negotiate your salaries. I don't want you to just necessarily just take what they're offering. I think Jupiter is going to be there to support you in negotiating a better salary. Now, this could also put you in the space of, if it's not a money thing, this could actually have you where you have higher ups that are watching you and potentially mentoring you or grooming you to elevate you in the company for more responsibility. So we know more responsibility typically comes with more money. But for my Virgo rising, this is going to be a really, really beneficial time around your career life and the trajectory of your career and you moving up and potentially moving up in your salary. All right. You could get a lot of recognition around the work that you do. Now, this could also play for those of you that are no longer in the workforce. Maybe you're retired or you're not working anymore. This could actually come by way of you mentoring. You're having a more of a leadership role in a group or an organization, or you being recognized for the work that you do maybe in your community, in an organization, or just being recognized with your presence in your family or in your friend circle. But if we're talking about it from a career standpoint, this could definitely elevate you in your career and elevate your salary potential. And that's my Virgo rising. So do we have any questions so far on Taurus, Gemini? Well, I didn't tell you Gemini. I'll do Gemini at the end. Taurus, Leo, and Virgo so far. I have 2 more signs on the money list. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, give me a thumbs up or give me a hearts in either one of these, and then we'll move on. Okay, thank you. So the next sign that I feel like is going to be benefiting from money during this cycle, thank you, April, is Scorpio rising. So my sister's on here, she's Scorpio rising. I think I got another Scorpio rising on here. So your benefit during this cycle is going to really weigh heavily on other people. Because your 8th house is lit up, and the 8th house represents other people's money, other people's resources, a lot of the benefit financially, monetarily that you may experience could be coming through someone else. So some examples of that is if you have a spouse or you are partnered up in a relationship and your spouse gets a raise, your spouse comes into some unexpected money or some types of winnings. This money benefits you as well. So we're also going to be looking at the people that we are partnered up with. Now, this could also look like business. This could look like you finding the perfect business partner and the 2 of you go into business and start making all this money together because it just fits. So remember, a lot of your financial blessings could come through someone else. Now, this is also the area that governs insurance settlements, child support, alimony, inheritances, taxes, and financial institutions. So you could be receiving money, if it's not through a partner, you could be receiving money directly to you from an insurance settlement that you may have been waiting on. This could also look like settling a divorce, a splitting of assets, so you get money from that. Some of you could be getting a really nice tax return, so whether that's yours directly or your partner's tax return, so you could be benefiting from that. Some of you could be getting, finally getting your child support. Finally getting your child support. That could be coming through. We can also look at inheritances. Now, of course, when we think about inheritances, one of the ways that we inherit things is someone passes away and leaves us something. Could that be a thing? It possibly could. But we can also look at it from the standpoint of maybe someone gives something to you now, so they want you to enjoy it now, and they want you to be present. They want to be present to see it. So you could be inheriting something from someone. Doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be someone that transitions over, but it possibly could be. Okay. Again, this could be just people just deciding to just give you something. Now, y'all know I consider this the sugar daddy house because I love this particular house. Some of you could be finding yourself in a situation with a generous partner. Hey, you get it where you get it. And also finally, with financial institutions, this will be a great time if you are trying to secure a loan from a bank or a credit union or some type of financial institution. You would probably be in a really good position to secure those funds. So if you're trying to secure money for a mortgage, a car loan, a business loan, or a personal loan, this cycle will be a really good cycle for you to go to those institutions and potentially secure those funds for yourself. Now, I will tell you that this is the area that governs credit cards. So Jupiter will be in this area. This could expand your credit card expenses. So be careful with the use of your credit cards, Scorpio rising. All right. And the final sign that's going to benefit in money, in my opinion, during this cycle is Capricorn rising. So if you are a Capricorn rising, You can also be listening for your sun or moon. But if you're a Capricorn rising, your 6th house is going to be lit up with Jupiter. Now, the 6th house for you and how I would interpret this is, it is the house of your work environment. So you're another one, very, very much similar to Taurus rising. You're going to have to work for this money. This may put you in a position of getting a new job, getting a new position, maybe getting an additional job. And because it's the area that governs your work environment, this may be more responsibility in your current work role, which subsequently could give you more money. And let me tell you how that could look. And this could also be the same for Taurus rising. You could be at your job, and yes, you have more expenses, and maybe you're having to work more, and that triggers overtime for you. So there is a way that you're making more money from the work that you do, but your workload has increased. Does that make sense? Tell me if that makes sense. But yes, this is going to be just a general expansion around your work life, your work environment, the potential for a change in a job or added responsibility, or a promotion within your current job, or the potential to be working overtime to make more money. All right. All right. Okay. So as we get into being ready for love, we're going to also talk about, this is not just for single people. This is also for people that are coupled up, people that are in, committed relationships or marriages. And I'll try to make the distinction between the two and how I see it could play out. So, the first person on the list, now some of y'all may hear certain signs may be on the list twice. They just got double the energy. And the first one on the list is Leo rising. Now, I know I'm a Leo rising. Y'all probably gonna say, you just put yourself on the list. No, I did not. And let me tell you why I did not. If you are a Leo rising, and this probably was for my Leo suns and Leo moons, we have had a shitty time with love. Probably as far back in the last at least the last 2 years, has been really shitty for us in love. Like, we have been catching bullets left and right when it comes to our love life. And we have been going through a lot of love cycles and a lot of lessons. And we've been out here just, goddamn me, fighting for our life in the love department. We need a fucking break. And I think we are currently coming out of the cycle. I think we've done a lot of the work. And well, we should have been doing the work, and we've learned the lessons. So I think we are getting out of the cycle of the lesson learning, and now we're finally going to get the fucking reward because we goddamn deserve it. So with that being said, on the love list, the first on the list is Leo rising. Now, the reason I chose that is because it is in the 11th house, and we did talk about how the 11th house is unexpected events. The 11th house is actually a relationship house as well. And the reason it's a relationship house is because this is where we have our long-term goals, dreams, and desires. And for the most part, most people want to have some type of relationship in their life. Notice I said relationship. I didn't say marriage. It could be. But for the most part, most people want to be coupled up with someone. So we do look at this house as a relationship house. Now, if you are Leo rising, the reason why you could probably be seeing some kind of movement in your love life is because love could come to you in a very unexpected way at an unexpected time. I think for the most part, us single Leo risers have fucking given up hope. We have just got, goddamn, we're just going to be by ourselves. So the minute you have just surrendered and we're just done with it, love could actually just pop up out of the blue for you, and you just never saw it coming. Now, it can also look like love starts with a friend. Like, it is a genuine friendship. Either this is someone you've already been friends with, or someone you meet and y'all become really fast and good friends, and then all of a sudden that relationship starts to go in another direction. It starts to go into a more romantic direction. So your love could come through a friend, or this could actually be someone that you meet via one of your friends. I love that for y'all, Leo. Please put us on a prayer list for love, because we just be out here struggling. So Leo risings could find love in an unexpected way. Now, if you are a Leo rising that is currently in a relationship, this could look like you doing your relationship differently. So if you've been struggling with your relationship, you've been learning a lot of lessons, there can be just some kind of breakthrough that happens in the relationship, and y'all are all energetically on the same page. Or you decide finally, hey, we've been trying to do this relationship the way everybody else does their relationship, and it's just not working. Let's figure out what works for us and do it that way. So because the 11th house is about innovation and doing things differently, this could put you in the space of, we're going to do our relationship the way it fits us. Not what everybody else is doing or what everybody else thinks we should be doing, but what works for us. And I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, the next one on the list, and this is one that, woo child, there are some, this particular sign, I don't even know if they want people to like them. I really don't. They are very confusing when it comes to love, in my opinion. And I can't figure out, do y'all want a relationship or not? Because I really can't figure y'all out. And I say that because I have, both my children are this particular sign, and they have the most confusing love lives I've ever seen in my life. The second sign that I feel like is going to find love in this cycle is going to be Sagittarius rising. So if you are a Sagittarius rising, and maybe a Sagittarius sun or moon, but heavy emphasis on the rising sign, love could be coming y'all way. I need y'all to stop fighting it. Stop being so goddamnly mean. Stop being so mean to these people. Let these people like you. So the area that's going to be lit up for my Sagittarius risings is going to be their 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So if you're a single Sagittarius rising, for me, with Jupiter being there, number one, this is going to help you heal any old hurts and old traumas by way of relationships. This is going to help you, mentor you into how to do relationships in a healthy way. This will bring a lot of opportunities for relationships. Now, when I look at Jupiter in the 2nd house, 7th house for you guys, I look at it more of quantity, all right? So you will get a lot of opportunities to meet people and to be in relationships with people, to figure out, what you like and don't like. So have a good time with dating during this time. Now, I want you to get real clear during this cycle. Could someone come along? Absolutely, they could. But I want you to wait a little while before you pull the trigger and say, this is the one. And the reason I say that is because I feel like Saturn is going to be coming into this area probably in a year or so. And Jupiter may bring you a lot of prospects, especially with it being in Gemini. You may have more options than you can know what to do with. But when Saturn starts to come around after that, Saturn is going to be there to ask you, like, we need to get serious about this. So Saturn will start to weed out people that are not supposed to be there. And so Saturn is about quality people. So right now with the Jupiter energy, this is about teaching you how to do relationships and having fun in your relationships. It is a very spiritual planet. Could it bring you a soulmate? Could it bring you someone that you are energetically aligned with? Absolutely. It could, in a romantic way. But it could bring you all kinds of relationships that benefit you. These relationships will actually benefit you. So I want you to have a good time with your dating cycle during this time. Now, if you're a Sagittarius rising that is coupled up in a relationship, this could help heal the relationship. This could bring more love, more fun. The two of you can be traveling a lot because, Jupiter prompts us to travel. So doing a lot of traveling together and just reconnecting with your partner, especially on a spiritual level, because Jupiter is a very spiritual planet. So we're looking at connecting with each other on a spiritual level at that time. All right. Oh, I love that for Sagittarius rising because y'all can be mean as hell. The next one that's on the love list is free as a bird, Sag rising. And I love that for you, but I think around 2025, I think y'all gonna get locked down. I think something gonna happen as we move forward to 2025. Something gonna happen and y'all get locked down. All right, the next one on the list is going to be Aquarius rising. Aquarius rising is another one been catching strays for the last 3 years around just everything. So if you're an Aquarius rising, the love is going to come a lot in your dating life because your 5th house is going to be lit up. The 5th house is, among other things, our dating life, casual sex, and just having a good time. So especially if you're an Aquarius rising and you are single, I want you to have fun dating. I want you to have fun socializing and being outside and meeting new people. Now, I don't necessarily want you to get coupled up. Could you? Yes, you could. But I would prefer that you date and have a good time and enjoy dating different people. Now, I'm going to do a side note on, and I'm going to do this for the people in the community, in my community. All right, this is specifically for them. We typically don't know how to date, and that's just a fact, and I don't care what none of y'all say. We, for the most part, don't know how to date. We know how to be in relationships. We know how to meet somebody and just hone in and single in and put all our energy into this one person, and we don't know this goddamn person and whether or not it's going to work, but we just going all in. Aquarius rising, if you are part of my community, do not do that. This is not the energy for you to be just focusing on one person. This is an energy for you to be actually out there dating. Don't make any commitments, no promises to anyone. Just getting to know someone and enjoying your time spent. All right. This is also the area that governs casual sex. You know, I am a supporter in getting your physical needs met. The only thing I say is protect yourself, so you will have the opportunity for that. Because it's also the areas that governs pregnancy. So in one false move and y'all can end up pregnant. So I'm just gonna put that out there. But this is a time for you to date. This is a time for you to be social and have a good time. And because it's the 5th house, this is the time that if you're going to meet someone, you're probably going to meet someone out in a social setting. So this could look like you going over the summertime, going to festivals, concerts, the club, you know, anything that's a social outing, you'll probably meet someone in that space, but keep it light. All right. Do we have, yeah, this is a sign that I wasn't initially going to put on the list. However, when I thought about last year when I did this, and I thought about Aquarius and why I put them on the list, I had to put this sign on the list too, because I had a few Aquarian clients that actually love did happen for them, and they ended up moving in with someone. So I said, let me put this sign on the list. The final sign is an honorable mention, and that's going to go to Pisces rising. If you're a Pisces rising, you made the list because Jupiter's going to be in your 4th house of family, expanding your family life. So what this could possibly look like for you is moving in with someone. All right. So this, sometimes when the 4th house is triggered, it does trigger a dynamic of meeting someone, but the dynamic takes off really, really fast. And ultimately these people, really for whatever reason, somebody's gave me the sad face. Why are you giving me the sad face? Ultimately these people end up moving in together really, really quickly. So if you're a Pisces rising, your 4th house is going to be lit up. So you could be moving in with someone. You can possibly be buying a house or buying property with someone. But this prompts expansion in your home life. So this could draw to you someone that comes into your life. And remember, our heart is our first home. So this could bring, bringing you someone into your heart space during that time. But it could expand our family. You guys also have a little bit of sprinkle of fertility going on because the family life could be expanded. So you could be welcoming a baby. You know, as I put that out there. But you could be meeting someone and moving in really, really quickly, or getting into a relationship that is very, very serious very, very quickly. Now, if you're a coupled up Pisces rising, you're in a relationship, this could even doubly support the two of you moving in together or buying property together or starting a family together. So look out for that for Pisces rising. The instant family could come your way in some way. All right. Now, and the last we're going to talk about, because Jupiter is in Gemini, of course, it's going to be Gemini on both lists. Money and love could definitely be a possibility for my Gemini placements. So if you're a Gemini sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your year. Anything could happen. Put yourself out there and go for what you want. So does anyone have any questions? Appreciate you guys' support. I can't wait to get some follow-up from you guys as we move into 2024. I'm excited about it. A lot of big changes, and I may talk about that in another video. But yeah, so you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you a little bit later.